who I have who wants to get into makeup to buy one of these because it is genuinely just so good. Now, I have a few people who've asked me to nose contour, and by that I mean a individual friend. So I am going to show you my nose contour in case you're new to nose contour. It's really not hard. This is honestly one of the easier steps of makeup in my opinion. I know that's controversial, but with the Made by Mitchell palette, it really is easy. Like I don't want to sound like a shill for this palette, but it really is easy with this. I don't know. I've had the easiest time nose contouring with this palette. So the way that I start off is I will get a little bit of the product on my brush and then I will dab it up in the brow area first. So any of the harshness of the product will go up there, and then I will lightly tap in tapping motions down my nose, and slowly I will pull that in to the inside of my nose. So the entire point of nose contour is not to contour the shape that you already have, but to make a new shape that you don't have. So I'm not going on the edge of my nose, I'm going on top of my nose. I'm going on top to make my nose look smaller. Now that we have this like pretty harsh line, I tapped off all the product and I'm just going to lightly tap back in with this same brush, and I'm just going to lightly tap over those edges just to slowly diffuse them and make them more believable as a shadow. I also will go in with my finger sometimes and lightly tap on there, and I'm just going to lightly tap in with my foundation brush, and then I'm gonna go back over with this brush and just lightly tap that down. And as you can see, this side now is pretty snatched, so I'm just gonna repeat the same thing on the next side. I personally stop right about here because I think that looks best on my nose shape, and I feel like if I bring that down anymore, it makes my nose look very elongated, which I'm not a huge fan of. So for me, I like to stop right about in this area. Now I'm gonna take that same contour shade again, and I'm going to go underneath the nostrils right here, just lightly painting them. And I'm gonna go almost right up halfway to the bulb on my nose. Then I like to do a little flick thing on the side like this. This is the same motion that I do. And in my opinion, that gives me a button nose, and I think button noses are cute, so. Now, if you're not a fan of button noses, you can always go in and just drag it down, just lightly down the middle, just like you did before, but this time down the nose. And there you go, there's your nose contour. It's easy. Now you can add concealer on your nose and stuff. I'm not gonna do that because every time I do that, I fuck up. So